So, not a bad idea. So, basically, you'll get Cold. And the research document. Key plot point. Cold plus key plot point. He gets...
Plot key item?
Plot key item. Important item. Key item.
Well, it goes under key items in the inventory listing as opposed to taking up space in my inventory.
Right. I've literally seen all three of those in different games. Key items is in Sword Art Online. Okay. Anyways. You get Cult. You get the key item. The director, the dean of history, gets the production. He'll get staff, so you can give him the staff merit, basically.
Okay.
Which is your staff, even though you don't have staff. To make this movie. It's definitely in your favor. So.
Can I write any of those down?
One willpower. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll actually say that Vivian just draws it up while you guys are talking. I don't imagine Vivian is doing much else.
She's doing all the talking.
So, Colt. I write down, get a dot of Colt.
How many points are going into it for each side?
That's right, because it goes from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
So you could safely do 2.
Oh, if you can also bump it up a little bit. How many dots you're getting out of it too? Was he already getting resources?
No.
He has.
Give him dots of resources.
Like, here's your funding that you find.
Oh,
here's your funding.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah, so you can give him dots and staff.
These are the philanthropic
dots of staff, dots of resources, and then you take the equivalent of those points to Colt. And then you want it to be an ongoing thing, like they finish the movie, but then it remains as a department. So you make the duration permanent on both sides.
So do I subtract any points on my end?
The only thing you do is expend a willpower.
Okay. The only thing I do is spend willpower. Fantastic.
And you gain cult.
And I gain Colt.
So are you giving him 3 points of... So for,
wait, how much what's the duration permanent is 3 points too?
3 points and 3 points. If it's permanent on both sides, they cancel each other out. So we don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Cool.
So are you giving 2 points staff, 2 points resources, which would effectively translate to 3 dots and 3 dots?
Median resources, median staff.
Yeah, 3 and 3.
It's not 3 for resources.
Oh, it's 2 for resources?
Median will raise his resources by 1.
Oh, okay, because he already has resources.
Because he already has resources.
Okay, so so either way, 2 points, raises resources by 1, which is a substantial increase in this system.
Yeah, and then...
And 3 dots in staff.
2 dots in staff.
Which, that would then give you 4 points worth of Colt, which I think that's actually 4 dots.
Yeah.
Because it's 1 for 1. So yeah, you'd have a 4-dot Colt.
And that's 1 experience to get back. That's a point of willpower?
No, you spend a point of willpower, not expend. Expend is when you're actually...
That's
you
better.
only expend when you make soul packs.
The logistic difference in the writing is when you spend a willpower point, it's just the point. It's still there. When you spend a willpower dot, that dot is gone. You no longer have it.
Okay, well, that's great. Because I only have 4 willpower, and I'm like, oh, that makes me sad. But okay, I'll just have to buy it back.
How's your Colt coming along?
So I'm building my cult from the ground up. I'm thinking about
you should have gone to a theater troupe, and then you could have gotten 4 points right off the bat.
well, no, it's like because it's a philosophical choice that I made when I'm building this cult. I will probably make other cults
with
pack-bound cults or contract-bound cults later, but it is a philosophical choice on why I'm spending the experience points to build my cult.
Yep.
Because it is hand chosen and crafted. When you do this cult thing with the contract, it is manifested by reality, and you don't get to choose
who or what is in it.
It is people are drawn naturally to it.
I got to help direct how my cult developed because part of it is manifested, and the other part of it is
it was manifested according to the circumstances of its creation.
Yes, and the other part of my cult actually was I took a pre-existing cult and took it over and melded it into my mind.
I only did that a little bit.
Yeah.
Theater majors being
Salty.
culty.
Yeah, that's so true.
You already have it. The environment is already there.
environment's there.
So yeah, that's why mine is going slow.
Oh no, he just.
Yeah.
It's at
But yours is gonna be awesome though.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did he go away?
Step 1.
No, he's losing connection.
Step 2 will be getting a bevy
Shows
of
he's trying to come
landscapers
back.
Okay.
ready to go, which will be
We got
That's-
refugees
Fuck, I
abound
could call
for that.
Pam and be like, Pam, call them.
I was gonna say, damn.
call Mr. Press. We have a project for him.
Mr.
Yes. Or
Wait, is
Yellow
he hung up
Pages.
on you?
Whatever is easiest for you. I kind of legitimately don't care.
That'd be good.
Anyways.
You both have a
Yeah,
big
good
one.
if I got a
Big
minute
one.
on
It's a great way of doing it. You had stuff on the burner.
Yes,
It moved to the back of the stove, and I no longer have any idea what it
I
was.
lost him.
it was Nero.
Right.
You might have
It
to
was
go to
Christmas.
the dog.
Yes.
Because you had decided to call Nero.
Eh. Okay.
On that note, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Fucking cold. No. Is Vanessa with you?
Yeah. Are you with me still?
You guys were gonna go investigate afterwards, so.
Sure. Why not? Yeah, sure. Yeah, she's still here.
Okay, where is the meeting?
Well, I asked Nero where he'd like to meet,
Okay, so,
and I'm printing
What
off
happens is-
the map and everything.
Then you pause, listen to his answer. Where would you like to meet in public?
On this plane in reality.
I subtly hint at a quaint little cafe that has a nice meeting room in the back.
he counters with a, cafe, a charming little cafe in the Riverview area?
Ooh.
It's down the street from Little Victorian House. It's called the Yellow Deli.
Oh God,
Yellow Deli?
I'm gonna go get the Kool-Aid. Yellow
That was-
Deli, look it
that was
up.
brought into the Mage game while at a session that you were not present for, FYI.
It really was. It was awesome though. Any of our viewers that are in the San Diego area will probably know who the Yellow Deli is.
It's good food. It's really good food.
It is actually really good food, and they're always really nice.
They are sweet. They are strangely bearded and skirted.
None of this is a reflection of their religious beliefs. Anyways,
Certainly. So I make up a little dossier, print out all the pertinent parts that I need to show him.
about
The old symbols and everything that kind of points to, hey, this could be an external group of mages, or even a group of mages looking to work against the preset system.
so you guys, it's actually a short jaunt
Oh, okay.
in the sense that the 20 minutes it'll take you to walk it is much faster than the
I get trust.
hour it'll take you to fucking drive it.
I get trust.
Awesome.
And walk away.
Ta-da!
So do you walk down the streets of Acidus. Riverview is actually two districts that you're coming out of because your apartment is at the edge of the University District.
Yeah.
There's a Riverview is just different. A lot of the city is different, especially as you're walking through it. Everyone seems a little bit more on edge, a little bit more closed off, a little bit more like everyone is watching everyone. And not in a particularly nice sort of everyone's looking out for everyone, they all know each other. In a...
Everyone's looking for everybody's see who fucks up.
The herd is looking for the weakest link.
Ooh.
Orwellian paranoia.
It's just a vibe. And and it's not really as prominent in the university district. In the university district, most people do look like they're looking out for everyone else, and it's friendly, nice. Because everyone's in the arts and no one has a future.
I just don't know it yet.
Oh, they might.
bite.
blissfully in ignorance.
You guys get to the Yellow Deli without problem, and you guys sit down. Actually, you guys get in. The hostess looks at you and says, "Oh, right this way." And she sits you at a table next to a window that looks out onto the street, onto Ferguson Boulevard, actually. Because I do remember that. After a while, you see a gentleman walking along the window, and the sun is angled, so you know he can't see into the building. But he walks along the window, and he turns and he walks in, wearing the bowler. You recognize him, obviously, it's Nero. Wearing a bowler hat, and he comes in and he sits down. And he is talking throughout the scene with a Cockney accent. I'm not going to do it because I suck at doing a Cockney accent. But he has one.
Does he say governor?
Governor. So he sits down.
Seriously, I'm gonna go at 9.
You got a friend.
Yes, Nero. This is Vanessa. Vanessa. Nero.
No.
Vanessa.
Crispin.
I feel like I've heard that name, but I'm not too sure where. Too much rattling around in this brain of mine. Someone I was talking to.
Why is that?
I don't recall. They were technologists. Hans. I was talking to Hans.
Why is that?
He brought up your name. Why? Why? What do you do with computers?
I'm information security for interim healthcare.
She's very versatile with her security practices.
And here I thought we could step away from the Kama Sutra for anything.
Not for 5 minutes, buddy.
Well, we do like to be flexible.
Who doesn't? And versatile, apparently. What can I do for you?
Actually, I found something that might be useful to you.
I'm sorry, let me rephrase the question then. What can you do for me?
So I pulled the dossier out and I put it on the table. It's got the map.
No. He puts his hand on it. I'll take his hand back.
It's got the it has just the map, and then the other map where everything's highlighted out, and then all of the research notes and all of the correlating notes of like that piece it together that say this plus this plus this.
You've seen werewolves do that before, FYI.
Yeah. Werewolves usually do that trick.
Sure.
Hmm. Fascinating.
Ah, interesting correlation. I get distracted by this sometimes.
Yes, may I have this?
Yes.
Oh.
I do have a few questions.
I'll answer what I can. In good faith, of course.
In interest of avoiding headbutting or conflicts,
Mm-hmm.
are there currently any mages, or I'm sorry, I don't say that word.
Good.
Are there currently any of your associates
Yes.
working in acquiring the docks?
They haven't come back yet.
Why? I mean, good working relationships doesn't cover a question like that.
I'm looking to instantiate some legitimate businesses to increase generic revenue, and I've come across some evidence that makes it seem that another group is interested and trying to take over the docks through manipulating the Russians.
What sort of evidence? You wouldn't happen to have dossier handy on that, would you?
You're saying that you put up a
Can I say I have that research that I did on me?
tough, but on the inside there are times you
No,
On the
because
cloud.
that's specifically police file.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's part of an active investigation.
I would say something along the lines of
say that.
that sort of evidence is more in keeping with my associates and not easily shared.
Yeah. A lot of that evidence is proprietary to some of my associates.
You put up a wall so that everything
Well, unfortunately, a lot of my information is proprietary to my associates.
Yes. So I would need to confer with them, and I can create a dossier that can be shared with you with non-threatening information.
Of course.
How about you ask for like possible negotiations on a treaty if there are two parties interested in the dock on sharing?
That's actually what I was thinking. Of
Okay.
doing that. If it does happen that we both have an interest in the docks, I believe that we can make an arrangement where we both prosper without stepping on each other's toes.
Burning the whole place to the ground.
Gentleman's agreement, you might want to specify.
A
Since
gentleman's agreement.
more substantiated than that, you're not allowed to.
Yeah.
Shall it be you were having sex with people?
We'll see what we can do. My compatriots are not eager to let one of the points of ingress into the city
That's,
go.
Understandable.
We already have
Glad you see.
rumors, of course, unsubstantiated rumors of a certain activity from your associates at the docks. You might want to include some sort of exoneration in your dossier.
Oh, actually, that may be a bit of confusion. There was actually some legitimate police work that we did do.
Of course.
We just
Well,
did it in an unconventional way to accomplish it more
so
successfully.
terrible.
Of course.
I'm not sad. I'm not sorry.
Anything else I can do for you?
That was another question I wanted to ask him.
There was another question you wanted to ask him, and I totally spaced it too.
I don't remember it either.
I wanted to ask him about mage interest in the docks,
Why wouldn't I try to do that?
and then
But now your character knows
Hmm?
that they think it's you.
Let's see.
yeah,
That's pushing into the docks.
Which we are.
Because you are.
Yes, but they thought you were controlling the Russians.
yeah, which mean and we thought the mages were controlling the Russians
Mhm.
because we found evidence that a group was controlling the Russians.
Yes.
But because he doesn't know what we know, he just revealed that it wasn't them controlling the Russians.
So we still don't know who's controlling them.
Right, but now we know it's not the mages.
The mages are interested.
And the mages think that you're controlling the Russians.
What?
Because it's a demon game. And this is how it works.
Yeah, and unless you're playing some sort of double blind game, they may or may not. If they may believe that you are no longer controlling the Russians, or they may believe you're trying to
That's the one.
Sweep it under the rug.
not sweep it under the
I
rug,
don't know how
but
many times
like
that might be.
Just going back
throw up
to
a red.
Oh, throw up a red herring.
herring. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Oh, we're trying to figure out who's controlling the Russians. Was it you? It was me.
That seems weird. Hold on.
Bam! Who just shot the deputy?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, I mean, who just shot the deputy?
To kind of like
Yeah.
dissuade suspicion from yourself.
Yeah,
acting
exactly.
like you don't know.
Which is why Nero was like, you might want to include some sort of exoneration.
Yeah.
It was the dossier that you gave him. About...
What?
Oh, you were going to ask about rival mages, but I don't know if you actually asked about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Or if you just gave him the dossier.
I gave him the dossier, figuring that would, hoping that that would lead to a conversation where he would open up to that without me having to actually ask. I know.
I'm sorry.
I was really surprised that you just slid the dossier across the table instead of being like, look at this tempting piece of information you might want to buy. And like, no, just have it for free.
Well, I mean, Nero's been in the trade long enough that he figures that that's an appetizer to the actual information.
No,
he's here to sell.
unfortunately, that was the meat.
Yeah. You know, like, whatever.
You're gonna keep pretending that we know more.
Well, the dossier doesn't include everything.
Oh.
It just has the maps.
Well, because when you said it had the maps, it had the highlights, and it had all the research that we had done on it. Is
Yeah.
what you had said.
Yeah.
That's
Which
gotta be
sounds like everything.
No, just the parts of the research that correlate to showing it may be another mage. So it doesn't include any of the
It doesn't
God
include
machine
anything about
infrastructure.
shit.
Oh,
It doesn't
well.
include anything about infrastructure. It doesn't include any of the research that you guys have done on the solar farm.
It doesn't
Just-
include any of the company names
Right.
Okay.
or anything like that. So that other information is the meat that's going to, if it is a rival mage group, that information is what's going to actually lead them closer to actually discovering them. Which, if you're interested in further information that we have on what's going on with that, looking at the dossier, perhaps we can trade.
There are several interested parties in my
Sometimes
organization
when
that
I rolled, and of course it still screwed me anyway.
see a distinctive amount of potential within the solar farm. I notice there are some concerns here, however. It would be a unique threat, certainly.
Yes,
You're
certainly indeed.
So glad.
I gave you something. Now you give me something.
I said you hate me. I said you treat me so well.
Give him the dossier.
Yes. Now he gave you the... So in a police interrogation, you've just asked him, do you have any known enemies? And he just told you, effectively not lying, I mean, you didn't roll the check, but... And he just basically told you, no, we don't have any enemies. And I don't know of any other mage groups that would want in on this.
I'm thinking what else I could give him that's not hefty.
Is what?
You could give him something hefty to lure him into something hefty.
Oh, that is true.
I'm gonna make you roll for that, but...
Actually, you know about the bound?
Okay.
Yes?
Listen, you take that back right now.
You know a Lobo Blanco?
Yes? No.
Actually, all that is-
Dead-ish. By the technical definition that they
One
like
second,
to
I'm being
use.
attacked by
Ish.
humans. You heard me, right?
That bears looking into.
Spooky ghost.
I'm glad that
Strangely appropriate.
I don't think he's even aware of how that fit in.
What?
I just referenced a ghost.
Oh, when I said spooky ghost?
Yep.
Isn't that great?
You're in the mines, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Something I'm also looking into. Perhaps we can work together on this.
Oh, wait, stop. Leave me
Bring me the
alone.
dossier.
I thought we had-
Exonerate yourselves as being in control of the Russians. Let's see what strings I can pull. I can't guarantee partnership, but
That didn't help me at all.
if it's not you and it's not us, then it is a unique situation that needs to be monitored.
But
Yeah.
I'm Irish, then. It's really kicking in.
It's a lot more disconcerting when it's neither one of us.
I need proof to go to my superiors for this, though.
Very well. Tomorrow?
What?
Sure.
Same place?
No, you're
No.
Didn't think so.
Dead drop